What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Being Beautifully Honest channel. If you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you know whenever I do upload a new episode. Now, let's have a reality chat. This is going to be about a few different people, and we're going to start out with Jen Shah from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Now, most of us are aware that she is facing many years in prison due to alleged fraud for frauding older people out of their money and just targeting these people to make a lot of money off of them. I don't really understand it. I wouldn't want to because I don't do shit like that. And most of us who are listening to this don't do that either. So do we really feel sorry for Jen? Apparently her cousin does, because her cousin set up a GoFundMe page to raise $2.5 million for her legal fees. And that is absolutely insane because, one, we already know that a lot of these so-called housewives on these shows, they don't really live the life that they speak of or that they try to portray for the cameras. And it's all good because it's entertainment. And it's like, hey, if you want to put yourself out there like that and lie for the sake of views, for the sake of getting your followers up so you can create a product or whatever, you know, they tend to do once they get on these shows to make more money when supposedly you were already super rich before you even got on air, which a lot of them are not, then go for it. But most of us don't feel sorry for her because, one, she's extremely obnoxious, and the way she came across on this show, her very first season, she's not a likable person. And she wasn't even a likable person for the people that she called her friends on this show. So her cousin named Danny Philippe set up a GoFundMe page to help her raise the money for these legal fees. And that, you know, that was taken down. It was only up for 24 hours and it was taken down because it was reported, because people were extremely just appalled and pissed off. All right. So Page 6 reported this and said that the site had that the cousin posted, "We are asking 10,000 caring souls to donate $2.5 million. Jen is facing decades incarcerated in prison, separated from her family if she's unable to mount a competent and well thought out defense. In 7 weeks, Jen and her family have spent over $138,000 in legal fees and costs. My family is asking for your help for Jen and the Shah family." So people complain. And apparently it is a violation of GoFundMe's terms of service. And so it was removed due to that. So apparently GoFundMe has in their terms of service, one of the things that they prohibit is that if people are giving donations and it's being used for legal defense of alleged crimes associated with financial or crimes of deception, which hers falls into both of those categories. So it didn't even qualify, so it was taken down. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think that she's going to have people feel sorry for her and send her donations for her legal defense, or is she just up the creek without a paddle at this point? Because I don't see them really living that life to be able to afford not just the legal defense that she needs, but the lifestyle that she was trying to portray on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Because apparently she was just evicted, I believe, from the Shah ski chalet. That's what she called the place that they were living in Salt Lake City. But apparently it was a place that they were renting, so it wasn't even her home. So they weren't foreclosed on, they were evicted from it, and it's being sold, I believe. So yeah, they got a lot going on, but a lot of people were really upset, and fans were tweeting and saying that's literally so effed up. How about raising money for people who work honestly for their living? Other people said disgusting. You know, one person said Bravo should fire her. And this is crazy. But the fact that her cousin had the gall to set up this legal defense, do you think that the cousin did this on their own, or do you think that she put her cousin up to doing this? To be honest, I feel like Jen is the type of person that would ask her cousin to do this for her in her place, because she already knows that it would look tacky for her to put up this post or put up a GoFundMe and request people to send her donations for her legal defense. So it's like, yeah, if I have somebody else do it for me, maybe that will help and, put me in a better light with people, and people will really feel sorry for me if it's coming from someone else versus me asking for the help. So you guys let me know your thoughts about it. All right, so next we're going to get on to Gizelle Bryant from The Real Housewives of Potomac. So she and her friend / co-star Robin Dixon, they were on The Breakfast Club recently, and they were talking about a new podcast that they're starting together called Reasonably Shady. Okay. But of course, she's going to be asked about her relationship with Jamal Bryant, because that is the one thing that just has not made a lot of sense to most people. And so Angela Yee asked her about their relationship, and she said, "We were working on us getting back together, but he lives in Atlanta and I live in Maryland. With the pandemic, we just realized it's not the right time. It's just not going to work." And she also emphasized that, he is the father of their 3 daughters, so he will always be in her life. And I mean, obviously, we know that. She says, "We've been in each other's lives for 25 years. He is one of my best friends, and I to him. I don't know anyone more than I know Jamal Bryant. No, we're not together, but yes, we are still in each other's lives." And to be honest, that's how it's been from the beginning of her being on The Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, when she introduced herself as the scorned woman who was cheated on consistently by Jamal Bryant. Like, she put him out there. So it's like, that's your best friend? I don't know. It's that seems nuts. But if that's how she describes him and that's how she wants to see him, then more power to her. But this is something that we obviously already knew, because from the last season, when Monique brought out the binder and she was putting out the accusations about Pastor Jamal Bryant sharing his so-called Big D, that's how Monique described it, with all of the women in the congregation, I don't really see how Gizelle could have moved forward from that, especially when Jamal never showed up to anything really with her on the last season. And also, he did not show up to the reunion. He was just always in question. And so it just really didn't seem like they were in an actual legitimate relationship. And it just seemed like it was a storyline. So we'll see what the next storyline is going to be for the next season, since she has officially said that they are not together. And she tried to put a spin on it and say, well, because of the pandemic and he lives in Atlanta and I live in Maryland, but you guys were doing that before the pandemic and he was still traveling. And so were you. So, okay. Miss me with that, but if that's what you want to go with, then so be it. But what do you guys think about it? You let me know your thoughts. All right, so next we're going to talk about Porsha, the story that just seems to not end, or the topic, we shall say, that doesn't seem to end, because there's just so much ridiculousness that continues to be exposed where it involves this woman. Well, she recently revealed that she had her current fiance / husband of Fallon, Guobadia, Simon, tattooed on her neck. And the question is, like, why? Well, it was recently revealed that the details of the settlement where it involves Fallon and Simon's divorce have come out, and it's stating that due to the prenuptial agreement that they had enforced, that, or I should say in place, that Fallon will not be getting any monthly alimony, and that was due to the terms of her prenuptial agreement. So on Dish Nation, Sherry Shepherd asked Porsha, like, why did she do that? And why she chose to get it on her neck. And She said, I got my fiance's middle name tattooed on my neck. I think it's a great way to show you love someone. It's sweet. Whatever. Okay. But Sherry asked her, why did you do that? And why did you choose to get it on your neck? And she said, it don't hurt. The quotes, it don't hurt. Not it doesn't hurt. She said, it don't hurt in that area. And she, showed it off. It's like, all right. But, people wondering why would she do that? And definitely why did she choose to get a tattoo on her neck of someone? Well, I think, and this is just my opinion, and you can let me know yours in the comments section, it was just recently revealed that Fallon is not going to be getting any alimony. I think Porsha is trying to seal the deal where it involves her prenuptial agreement, so she wants to make sure that she has in her prenuptial agreement that she is definitely going to be getting monthly alimony for as long as she is not married. And maybe even after she gets married. I'm just kidding. But she definitely is trying to solidify and sweeten the pot when it comes to her securing and inking the deal when it comes to her prenuptial agreement, because she's already talking about the several weddings that they're going to have and all of that stuff. But those are just my thoughts. You let me know yours in the comment section. All right, and speaking of the several weddings that Porsha is planning with her new fiance, Simon, Wendy Williams. Wendy, you already know how Wendy is. She's going to say what she wants to say, and you can either take it in jest or you can just be extremely pissed off by it. But Wendy, she was speaking about this situation and just talking about the wedding plans. So she reacted to it on her show, and it took a little bit of a turn. So this past week, Wendy, she was speaking about what Porsha was talking about, where it involved the plans for the wedding and having 3 weddings. And so Wendy had to put her little spin on it. She had to say what she felt. And so this is what she said. After playing the clip of what Porsha talked about on Dish Nation, where she said, Simon's African, so we're going to have a native law and custom ceremony and a regular wedding, and then we're going to have another wedding at one of the houses that are out of the country. So Wendy says, now don't be impressed. You know how land is cheap and houses are cheap. And you can say you have a house, but really it's a trailer on one property in one state, a straw hut in another, and a little something with a shared pool by the community in another. So you have houses. Now, that can be seen as controversial, that could be seen as racist or whatever, however people want to view it. Wendy was definitely being shady, and I just feel that, Wendy's kind of sick of hearing about Porsha talking about all of these different weddings that she's having, so she was just trying to have some fun with it. So Simon had to speak on it. So, all right, Wendy definitely was being shady, and clearly Simon's got the coins, so it's a neither here nor there whether he has a lavish lifestyle in whatever country in Africa. I don't know if it's Nigeria or South Africa or Uganda or Ghana or wherever, I don't know, but he showed a little clip on his Instagram stories, and I don't know who those women were in the video, but it didn't look like it was Porsha. But at any rate, whatever. I don't think Porsha even really cares. So Wendy was throwing her digs. That's what she does. And of course, Porsha doesn't really care because she's after that green, and clearly she's going to be getting it very soon. So I just really want to know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section. So you let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next time, I'm just being beautifully honest.